Zaya Rakan now locked in for Navi, which feels like the best way to negate all this Fnatic dive, all this Fnatic backline access. Sivir to pair up. What do you think of Fnatic? They're pretty healthy here from Sam D. Minion wave is thin as well. Razok just using this opportunity to back away. Yeah, as you said, he won't find anything. Relic has found an opening in top. Decimating smash. In fact, Empros might just be dead. It's matched by Mainter. Relic flashes in the end. Mainter dies. And so does Relic. Empros in the wave. But unfortunately, it's pushing against him. Unstoppable Onslaught going to be sent. They're going to fix this play. Decimating Smash. There's Equalizer on the wave. This time, I think Navi know they can fix it. There's no turret in the way. They get a shutdown. Cow picked up, which is kind of nice for the Scion, though. So no boots, but Mainter will be able to absorb a little bit more of that 1v1 pressure.
Yeah, so I think, honestly, much better start to the early game.
Their focus is up on the grubs on the top side, and
I think they just
does this easy.
Yeah, Relic happy that, look, I've got the vision. I know that Razork isn't trying to contest here, so I'm just going to try and take both these. Even going to look for the third here as well in just a second. And Crab, like, he's now going to be able to match a lot of the early pressure, the early gold lead and experience lead that Razork have been able to get.
Might get down for the second as well. So stacking stopped. Slow early game, guys. We're back.
Yeah, we didn't see this at all.
No, I mean, one gank attempt, and Relic was like, oh, whoa. Like, you know one of those foot scrub machines, those ones that massage? Imagine sitting here in the early game when things are chill. Maybe not chill. Dread of return. Upset's get a barrier, but he's got no flash. The punish is great for the spell shield, even better. Pop Blossom from Lospa, saving grace. No time for a foot scrub. As the equalizer from Empros ain't very good, but Relic walks in the waiting arms of Bloody. A fate sealed and a fate given to the Ashes. Relic is dead as Paris on the wrong side of the map, and Upset as a Sivir wants to claim this kill. And he should with ease. There's nowhere for Paris to go. At least trying to buy some space, but Boomerang Blade, a heal up. One more auto. Upset running for the chase. Razork there to take the kill in the end. But
break the tower, so you have to look for the Rift Herald. The thing is, Rift Herald will net you a tower, in theory, but Fnatic just got a tower. So if I'm Fnatic, I think I'm happy with this trade.
With that?
Already, like, you're getting the first turret and you're getting it first, so you can keep up the tempo advantage. Now, Navi actually going to be able to get the tower, but you should, as Fnatic, be able to get back out into the map and control space, particularly for this Dragon in 30 seconds.
That Dragon's going to be a big one as well, just the stats alone. When both these comps have so much scaling when they have an Azir, Zaya, other side. You know what Yone Sivir do quite easily. They'll solo defend this turret for the time being, but Navi just walk on up. They'll use that pressure to open it up. And Dragon now thought about here for Fnatic, but they're going to use a Battle Herald from Navi, do a couple of spins. Relic backs out of it, now heads towards River as Paris gets poked out again.
Fnatic kind of separated here, moving down towards this bottom side, leaving Vladdy on the flank. So Navi use Mainter as this buffer to enter into the pit.
But Mainter takes no damage. Razork doesn't pop the Cyclone, which is good for Fnatic, but for Navi, I'd say also good that they're in the position to contest this Dragon. Lospa with a flank, wants a Pop Blossom of the Sentries here. Decimating Smash onto Empros. Relic with an angle. Hioria rushes into the pit. Razork takes that opportunity. Equalizer, fantastic as well. Pop Blossom, even better for Lospa. Mainter's going to die in the front line, while Lospa sacrifices his life over to the back line of Navi. Fnatic, they've gotten the Dragon. They're getting out. They're heroes here for the Fnatic faithful as Navi getting re-engaged again. There's the ulti from Poby. Vladdy's coming in to help out. Razork jumped in to die. Flash on top of Poby. Saved by support. No, because Vladdy runs through Paris. Now relax in the bit. And Upset, I think that Infinity Edge can't be far off here. As Fnatic go deep, find Relic. Razork's there. Dread of return pulls him back in. Darkened Blade with the knock-up. They're going to quickness on top of his head. Razork way too deep. He's going to Cyclone, but this guy is going to die eventually. Poby will shuffle over the wall, slide in, and a turret will take him down, if not the soldiers. Razork don't know what he's doing, but an equalizer. I see the rest of Fnatic finding the play. Vladdy tries a time and misses. He tried
up when it comes to the ult economy for both sides. And again, you can see with Flash available on Razork, he should be beelining for Sam D in a lot of these fights. So beyond peel from Poby and Paris to try and keep Navi's AD carry alive. Still finding those positions. Navi need to mark him a little bit better, but the Dragon has started.
Vladdy ready to position, has flash available soon. Empress comes in from behind, equalizer not too bad, lines out Navi, but they're buying time. Blossman came in as a blue buff and dies as a Nico. Razork does get the steal, which is huge, but they have to get out. Razork dead in an instant, rest of Fnatic at 3. Baron for losing Baron. Vladdy trying to stop it back. If he went a little bit to the right, would have got Paris. There's no way, right? There's no way. Surely, Vladdy. Okay, Smite comes in.
In fact, you'd burn so much on Sam D coming into it. Fnatic don't get to capitalize, so they're still losing out on map space, falling further behind in gold. And it's Fnatic again who want to be trying to push pressure advantages through their side lanes and through their dominant solo lanes, but are just not finding windows to do so.
Relech found out a level ahead of Razork as the defense begins, or rather continues, from Fnatic. Upset is topside clearing for now. Next wave in about 10 seconds.
The other benefit of that last fight for Navi is the fact that, oh, hang on. No, it's going to fall. But that Poby manages to ultimate, so I think it was the fear that ended up putting a little bit of pep into the step of Fnatic. Okay. And now Navi establish themselves in mid. Vladdy will get that side lane turret.
Razork found into clone immediately. Poby not afraid to go in on his board. Feels like too much was given up, too much pressure from Navi, and it slows the game down again. We're used to that here, and they'll do this mega quick, and look at where Fnatic are on the map. They're angling more towards the bottom side, but it's a minute 30 till the Dragon. This Baron just done for free. Cheeky, isn't it? Navi just knew they had the window, they had the timing, they cleared the vision, they did their due diligence, and Fnatic were caught in bar. Their best show of control in this series. In a game that they had the lowest gold lead. Now, have I spoken too soon? Poby is going to ulti out with the Empress Divide. Razork's got another Cyclone in him, but he can't get nearby.
Because now with Baron in 330, he won't have flash. He won't have, like, actually with Cosmic Insight it'll be up just shortly after, but even then, like, I don't understand the decision making that's happening in trying to combo here with Fnatic.
Now it's up to Vladdy to find the pick. Paris with the Blast Cone, only onto the clone, and Navi are sieging this turret like nobody's business. Fnatic can't defend against his double supers. Down it goes. Open inhibitor up in the top lane. 2 more series.
Yeah.
It might be the end of Fnatic. Honestly, this series might have a domino effect as their defense continues again on this inner turret down the bottom side. Navi do not have a Baron buff, of course, but they have access to this turret. Mainta gets a push in mid. Navi in a much better position.
Yeah, just, again, Fnatic just slowly losing space here.
Finds Razork over the wall. In fact, no. Instead, it's Losper's clone. Meanwhile, Fate Seal, Vladdy's got the angle. Paris is dead. Sam D out with the feathers. Populous him on the side, but Relech, he comes in with a Grim Deliverance. It's okay, I would say, if Mainta didn't just drop down. Vladdy loves the haters, man, as he layers down a perfect ulti.
Finally, Fnatic find what they are looking for. Vladdy, with the ultimate paired with Emperos, can pick off the backline of Navi, and it's Baron for Fnatic.
It'll burn down quick. Relech is over the wall looking for a steal. Has flash available, but he's too late. Baron for Fnatic. The never say die team of this series. Obviously them.
You need to get there, it's gone.
It's just gone. They went for the Baron. They ran up to the purple worm, and they will lose soul for it.
Why? I don't. Is Navi going to go and answer?
Oh, Emperos, he's going to get hit with this. He's going to get hit with this. He flushes away, but Mainta in range, decimating smash. There it is, the knock into the sky with a darkened glaive. As he goes golden, he's got no one from Fnatic to back him up. Emperos stepped to...
Losper is on the flank, he hasn't been spotted.
It's like a Scorsese's film dagger, I feel, at 7k, 6k. Hold the Ember side in the pit, but still no! It goes down to Fnatic. It's upset again! Losper gets a big pick, but Elder's in Fnatic's way, and upsets at full HP. Navi have Sam D setting up for the blades, but with his GA and ricochets, he goes in, waits. Navi, despite losing the Elder, take him out of the GA, sink him into the ground, and find the game-winning fight.
Losper tried, but the follow-up wasn't there. The ult from Emperos we used beforehand, so it was a swing and a miss. And Navi, despite the game ending, both going the opposite way, will be the ones that take the series.
Emperos has Elder against 4, though it seems impossible. He equalizes the wave. Mainta can tank, but the buff on the turret is going to disappear. One cannon minion, though. One cannon debuff both turrets. Emperos gets one execute, but the next is exposed. And Navi put the series to rest. They had to work for it.